What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the DCEU or DC film. So, there is some information going around about the Flash movie. Now, we're going to treat it like a rumor because the Flash was in the Suicide Squad movie back in 2016. And this movie has already had 3 different release dates, of none of which have come true, mainly due to Fantastic Beast and the directors leaving the project. You know, Ezra Miller, who is currently Flash. They should recast him because obviously they can't start any work on the Flash movie until Fantastic Beasts 3 is done. So at the moment, the alleged release date for the Flash movie is 2023. But like I said, the Flash debuted in 2016, which is 5 years now, and they've not even started work on the movie properly. So, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. It's a really cool time to be a DC fan. The Robert Pattinson movie currently shooting in London. As we know, there are actors like Colin Farrell, Jeffrey Wright, who's playing Commissioner Gordon, linked to this movie. And now we have some alleged Flash news. So, this is quite a bold statement. The Flashpoint won't feature what we expect. Exclusive, says the director. So anyone that knows anything about the Flashpoint storyline knows that it's not really that hard to do it well, or it's not hard to mess it up. Just watch what the Flash did. They messed up Flashpoint and really rushed it. So let's get into it. So the Justice League movie featured... Well, it didn't feature. It did actually record it. So, in one of the trailers, we've seen Henry Allen, Barry Allen's father, in jail for the death of Barry Allen's mother. And essentially, the Flashpoint storyline is about Barry having a life with his mother in a parallel universe where she should be dead. And by the end of it, he realizes that in order to make everything good and everything right, he has to essentially let Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, kill his mother once again in order for the universe to set itself out. So if the director, Mr. Muschietti, if that's how you say his name, is right, he said it's not what we expect it to be. Well, what I expect it to be is, you know, they're going to reboot the whole DCEU and somehow get Robert Pattinson Batman in the next Justice League movie, which wouldn't really make much concurrent sense, seeing as his movie is set in the 90s. We know this because there has been a lot of reports and a lot of images, and everyone's freaking out because it says HD on the news reporting vans. Yes, HD, high definition, came out in the 90s, yet a lot of people don't really seem to know that. So, a different telling of Flashpoint. So, the director, or actually the alleged director, though it's probably going to change yet again for like the 50th time, after moderating a cast panel for an up-and-coming horror thriller film called Underwater, he confirmed in a conversation that he is indeed helming a new adaptation of a horror classic, The Halloween, for Netflix. And then he went on to say how the Flash movie, in simply replied, will present a different version of the Flashpoint than you expect. So they can't really have the Flash origin movie be in Flashpoint if it isn't about the death of Barry Allen's mother. So the Flashpoint Paradox, they did do it on the CW. They didn't do it very well. I don't believe this movie's going to come out, or at least when they're alleging, because like I said, guys, the Flash showed up first time in the Suicide Squad movie, which is 5 years ago. So how are they going to do Flashpoint any different? Well, I believe they're going to use it to reset the DCEU, not that it needs resetting. So hashtag has this exclusive. That hashtag.show exclusive. The Flash movie won't feature the Flashpoint we expect, says director. Well, then it's not the Flashpoint. You can't have a comic book adaptation of the Flashpoint if you're going to completely change it. Now, I believe Ezra Miller, sorry to him, needs to be recast because he is what's holding the project back. The problem with Warner Bros. Studios is they don't even know what they want to do, and I don't believe this movie even exists. So let's say it does exist. Now, it is a good time. They could use it to reset the DCEU, but the only problem with this is Jason Momoa won't be fired. He's still playing Aquaman. Also, Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, that won't be recasted. Ben Affleck didn't get recasted. Now, there's a lot of fake news out there saying Robert Pattinson replaced Batfleck. No, Ben Affleck fired himself. He didn't want to do it. He stepped away from the project. If you remember, originally, he was co-directing, co-producing his variation of the Batman movie, so Batfleck didn't get fired. So they just hired a new one because Ben Affleck didn't want to do it. So they would try and get Robert Pattinson into some variation of the Justice League post, you know, this Flashpoint movie, and in theory, Batman. In theory, there's going to have to be a lot of cameos in this movie. So if the Flashpoint is done properly, it will be expensive because you're going to have people like Mira, people like Wonder Woman, literally every single character, where in this universe, if you're good, you could be bad, and if you're bad, you could be good. It's kind of like the multiverse in the MCU that doesn't exist. Well, the multiverse in the Sparrowverse, if you want to call it that. So it is going to be interesting to see if this movie ever sees the day of light. Now, anyone that knows my channel knows this channel started on The Flash. I used to do Flash videos all the time. So it's a mystery if this movie is going to be made. It's a mystery if this director is actually going to direct it. It's a mystery if the Flashpoint movie is going to come out before The Flash gets cancelled. The Flash has been renewed for another season, but let's be honest, guys, no CW show goes past 10 years whilst keeping a good storyline going. So, as we know, they are currently shooting The Batman 2021, and everyone is trying to get the first look, the first reveal of the Robert Pattinson Batman suit. Now, I don't believe Warner Bros. Market stuff properly because, you know, the Shazam suit leaked before it came out. So hopefully we get a full HD high-resolution image of the Batman 2021 suit before it leaks. Now, at the moment, they are still currently shooting. They're still in their first week, but no new images have come out. But I just want to clear up a few things because, like I said, there's a lot of convoluted information out there. Some people seem to think now the movie takes place in 2000s. No, this movie is an origin story. Now, the funeral scene, which you could be an extra for if you wanted to, it's going to be shooting in February, just outside Bedfordshire. There's information on Twitter. If you want to be an extra for this scene, or you got to do is, I guess, register for this company and then send the images. They want people in black suits, so it's some kind of funeral scene. Now, initially, we said it could be that, you know, the Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne death funeral, maybe. But then again, if they are following the long Halloween story, there are multiple deaths. And as we have seen Robert Pattinson's stunt double, or Robert Pattinson doing year one Batman on the motorcycle, doing some noir Batman detective skills, it could be for literally anyone. But there's definitely going to be multiple deaths, multiple crimes in the Batman 2021. And I believe how well this Batman movie does is going to really tell us what they can do with the Shazam 2 movie, with the Black Adam movie, and more specifically with the 2022 Flash movie. Warstu, you're negative. Yes, because I've been waiting for this Flash movie for over 10 years. There's been so many Flash movies that have come and gone and didn't get made. There's also been a Flash video game that was supposed to come out that didn't get made. You know, there is a trend in the DC universe at the moment. Now, I do believe that Robert Pattinson has done very well in movies like The Lighthouse. I made a comment that he's skinny, and people are like, you are hating. No, my friends. I'm not hating. I think Robert Pattinson's going to kill this role. If you've seen any other roles, there's so many roles where he's wearing a suit. He's literally the walking Bruce Wayne. The only issue is, just like Barry Allen The Flash, if you're going to do a comic book based storyline, then they have to look like it. The Flash, Barry Allen in the comics, Bruce Wayne is stacked. Now, someone said Christian Bale wasn't hench. Okay, Christian Bale wasn't the size of a huge bodybuilder, but he wasn't skinny. He had a good build on him. All I'm saying is that he does need to start packing on the size. You know, Ben Affleck got a lot of stick for being like in awful shape. Well, when we seen him in Justice League, he was pretty stacked and pretty lean. Obviously not shredded bodybuilder, kind of 5% body fat, but he was between 10 and 12%. He looked pretty good. So all I was saying is Robert Pattinson has got to step his game up in the gym. So guys, let me know. What do you think of the Batman 2021? Because at the moment, we don't know anything. We don't know anything about this Flash movie. The new current director coming out saying, yeah, it's going to be a different twist on the Flashpoint. It's not what you expect. Realistically, it means nothing. It means nothing. Because obviously in the Flashpoint universe, the Flash wakes up to a universe where his mother is alive. He's in an alternate reality. Obviously, it will have to include some variation of the death of his mother. Then he goes back in time and stops the death of his mother. Thomas Wayne's also in this storyline, which could coincide to this, but he's not Bruce. Thomas Wayne is actually Batman in this storyline. There's Atlanteans. There's so much carnage. Captain Cold. There's so much freaking carnage in this movie. But I don't honestly think this is coming anytime soon, guys. I've done multiple videos about the Flashpoint movie coming, and I still do not believe, I don't believe it's coming until they start rolling, until they recast Barry Allen, The Flash, Ezra Miller. I mean, Fantastic Beasts 3, you should not be prioritizing that. You should be prioritizing The Flash, because as low the ratings are on the Flash TV show, they are stable. Everyone loves The Flash. I just don't think they've given Ezra Miller the chance. At the same time, I think they should recast him, but they need to give him some chance. So, are we going to get the Flash movie? Maybe. Are they going to follow the same tradition? Maybe. I mean, saying it's going to be a different spin doesn't really mean anything, because predominantly what they did with the Flash season TV show is it was still the same thing. They just rushed it and it was trash. But maybe they can do a lot better. The DC universe, they don't know what to do with their movies. Yes, sure. Since they got rid of Zack Snyder, they seem to be in a mess. I mean, in Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, we had Henry Allen in jail for the death of his wife. We had Iris West, who wasn't even in it. I mean, there's even a scene in the trailer where Barry Allen goes to see his father in jail, tells his father that he's going to get a job as a CSI, he's going to find out who killed his mother, and that didn't even make the movie because, you know, Warner Bros. Trashed it. But it is interesting that they could use that. Obviously, they're going to have to recast a lot of people, but guys, just remember that Robert Pattinson didn't replace Batfleck. Batfleck didn't want to do it. He had first dibs. He didn't want to do it, so they didn't do it. So like always, guys, let me know, when do you think the first reveal of the Batman 2021 is going to come? I hope I've clarified some information about this up-and-coming, maybe potential Flash movie, which I don't actually understand, and I do not think it's going to come, because like I was saying, guys, we've had a Flash movie for 10 years, and it's still not here. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.